What's good, everybody? SG Scouts here, back with another player breakdown. Today we're going to be looking at Jason Pinnock out of the University of Pittsburgh, big cornerback that plays there, and he's going to be eligible for the NFL draft this year. So right off the bat, we're just going to look at some of his physical measurables from his pro day. He's a pretty big corner. He reaches that 6 foot, 200-pound threshold, and just looking at his physical traits and then also his athletic testing, I think based off those values, he's going to get an opportunity or two at the next level. So just right off the bat, his physical profile is definitely playing the part of a corner, or even a versatile safety cornerback combo. But here we're going to look at this first play. He's going to be lined up on the bottom of the screen up against the tight end in press coverage. And the safety and linebacker on the strong side of the field where he is are going to be trapping the number 2 receiver. So Pinnock's really in a complete one-on-one situation versus this tight end. But these are the types of situations I think he's most comfortable in because of the play strength and length that he has. As you'll see here, he's going to jam up the tight end with that strong outside hand, and he just suffocates him throughout the rest of the route. Alright, so here on this play, we're going to have Pinnock at the top of the screen, playing another 1v1 press, but this time against a bigger receiver from Clemson. And he's again going to show the long arm play strength that he has, is probably his best trait. And he's also going to show the athletic ability he has working down the field. But the thing about Pinnock that I think could still be improved is sort of his hand-feet unison. I think his feet are kind of slow at times, and he gets stuck in the mud, which can make him susceptible to quicker releases and losing some losing sort of the distance advantage right off the bat. As we'll see here, this rep actually does work out well. He lands the hand and then sort of knocks the receiver back a bit, and then just carries him down the field. But looking back at this, when he strikes that hand, he has a very wide base, and if you look back again, his feet kind of just stop as he stretches out his hand. That wide base right there will make him susceptible to quick moves, and I think against an NFL type of receiver, or NFL receivers, that's something to look out for. Alright, so here Pinnock's going to be on the bottom of the screen playing soft press against the quicker Clemson receiver, and the safety and linebacker on his side of the field will be trapping the number 2 receiver. So Pinnock does have some inside help, but not really. It's more of a one-on-one. And on this play, since he's playing soft press, we'll see sort of how his feet and hips work against the receiver, especially of a quicker type from this Clemson receiver. You see Pinnock gets beat pretty early right there, but definitely shows off that competitiveness to fight back and make a play on the ball. But right off the bat, he just opens his hips up way too easily. You can see the difference between just foot speed between him and the receiver. Night and day difference. But Pinnock, the length, the physicality, and the competitiveness that he has, comes back and he makes a play on the ball. So, good rep, in the end. Now here's another clip where he's just going to show off his competitiveness and his physicality as he's playing true press against the X receiver on the bottom of the screen. And the X receiver is going to be running a crossing route all the way across the field to the other sideline. You see Pinnock stays with him throughout, and you'll see the closing speed he shows off at the end. Good physicality off the bat, lands the hand inside. Natural pick occurs, but Pinnock closes in there, and he was there to make a play even though the other guy deflected it. But the competitiveness and also that closing speed that he has was definitely shown off on this play. Never gave up at any point. Great stuff. Here's another press snap for Syracuse as he's going to be on the top of the screen against the X receiver. And the X is going to be running a straight go route, and Pinnock's going to be playing true press man. No safety help over the top. And on this play, you'll see that he just gets beat off the line. Doesn't shoot his hands, and his feet just aren't quick enough to match the receiver. You'll see as they go down the field, Pinnock's going to show good recovery speed and just overall great competitiveness to stay there, and it leads to an incompletion. Could have been a better ball thrown, but Pinnock was in good position there and caused the pass breakup. But looking back just at the off the line stuff, Pinnock barely moves his feet. The receiver does gets a nice release off, but Pinnock stays in there, shows off that good length, and no completion. Here's another soft press snap as the receiver's going to be running a deeper slant route. There's been a lot of man coverage so far in this video, but I think that's mainly what Pittsburgh played, and I definitely do think it's important for a bigger corner to sort of emphasize the the one-on-one man press snaps. You'll see this another play where I think Pinnock's footwork's going to fail him. As you'll see, he's going to have inside help. He starts moving to the outside from the inside. I'm not really sure what happens here. And then he takes the full step at the top of the route, which absolutely opens up his hips. As you'll see right there, that right foot that went in front of the left got him off balance. And that clunky footwork is definitely an issue for him when he doesn't get his hands on the receiver, and especially versus these quicker types of receivers, just not a good matchup for him. So far we've seen him in coverage. We've really liked his competitiveness, his play strength, his length that he uses, especially in press man, and especially against those bigger receivers and tight ends. And on top of those things, I also think we've seen his solid mental processing that he has in coverage. But now we're going to be looking at him in the run game. Being a bigger cornerback, he does have some natural advantages, just the strength and the size. So on this play, Miami's going to be running a swing. Well, not even a swing pass, but the running back's going to be in the backfield, and the quarterback's going to throw the check down. And we'll see Pinnock's at the top of the screen playing press. And we're going to see he does well here to fight off the block at the top and take out the runner's legs. Showing off again that competitiveness that he has, just the overall toughness, although we like to see from a defensive player. Now, although Pinnock's a bigger and stronger corner, I still do think he needs to brush up on his tackling technique a bit. Too often he's going in with his shoulder and not wrapping up on the running back or receiver, and that's not going to fly against the better competition, especially in the NFL. On this play, they're going to be running run up the middle with ETN, that is Clemson, and we'll see at the end that Pinnock at the bottom of the screen going to lead with his shoulder, and luckily his teammate had the legs wrapped up, or ETN probably would have kept running, maybe taking that into the end zone. And this does show up on tape a fair good amount with Pinnock. I've praised his strength a lot in this video, but he needs to be more disciplined in the run game and wrap up more often. Alright, now to give my final thoughts on Jason Pinnock and summarize what we saw in this video today. So these are the individual trade scores I gave him. It's important to pay attention to that scale on the left. It'll give a lot more context to these individual trade scores. So I think when it comes to just his size, toughness, strength, I think he's at an NFL level. But most of his traits, I see sort of in that XFL, CFL level. And, his mirroring ability in man. Although his press is good and his ability to stay with receivers in the short area, I just think because of his sort of lack of twitch and athleticism, he sort of struggles to stay with receivers in man down the field, and especially with those quicker receivers. So that's why he has the 5 there. And looking at his overall projection score, I gave him a 6.1. So I think he's really a CFL, XFL type player. But overall, I do think because of his combination of size, toughness, and speed, and also looking at his combine scores, I think he'll get an opportunity in the NFL. Probably some special teams stuff. I could see him having some success there. And here is my final projection. If you want to read it, please make sure to pause the video and take your time to see my written report on him. But that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if there's a player you want to see in the next video. And that's it. I'm out.